Good morning and Tashidalek students. Today we are going to start a new lesson, and the lesson is from your English textbook, Beehive. Okay, yes. Now, before I start my lesson, I just want you to take some time and look at the pictures that you see on the slide. Okay, there is a picture of a lady. Now, you have any idea who this lady is? I just want you to look at this and try to get some idea who this lady is. Of course, she is an Indian. Okay, yes. So I just want you. Are you familiar with this lady? Do you know anything? Can you recognize this lady? Okay, yes. So doesn't matter. Okay, yes. So I have just shown this photo because what we are going to do today, it's related to this female. Okay, yeah, very great female. Okay, yes. So this lady is Santosh Yadav. Okay, the name of this lady is Santosh Yadav, and you can see who is she? She is the only woman in the world who has scaled means who has reached Mount Everest not one but twice, two times. She reached the Mount Everest, and you know it is not easy for anybody to reach Mount Everest. Okay, but she was the only woman in this world to reach Mount Everest twice. Okay, yes. So you can imagine, okay, what is the hard work. There are so many lessons that we can learn from this great lady, Indian lady. Okay, yes. So the name of the topic from our textbook is Reach for the Top. Okay, yes. So that is the lesson from your Beehive. Okay, reach for the top. So reach for the top. You can see top of the mountain or top of your career, anything. So it can mean different things. So reach for the top. Okay, yes. So in this lesson, we are going to study two great female. Okay, yes. Maybe a role model for some people. Okay, yes. Especially for the women. Okay, yes. So one is an Indian lady by the name Santosh Yadav, and the other one is Maria Sharapova. Okay, yes, a tennis player, a renowned tennis player. She is a renowned mountaineer. Okay, yes. So we are going to study these two great ladies, and let us try to see what is the difference, what is the similarities, what are the things that we as a women, as a human being, can learn from their lives. Okay, yes. So that is the thing. So we are going to first study about Santosh Yadav, and tomorrow, the next time when we meet, then we will be discussing about another lady, that is Maria Sharapova. You all are familiar with this. Okay, yes. So let us talk about Santosh Yadav, and we are going to go through this. I'm going to read this, and you can also read. Okay, yes. So we are talking about her brought up, her birth. We are talking about her childhood. Okay, yes. So let me read this. The only woman in the world who has scaled Mount Everest twice was born in a society where the birth of a son was regarded as a blessing, and a daughter, though not considered a curse, was not generally welcome. When her mother was expecting Santosh, a traveling holy man, giving her his blessing, assumed that she wanted a son. But to everyone's surprise, the unborn child's grandmother, who was standing close by, told him that they did not want a son. The holy man was also surprised. Nevertheless, he gave the requested blessing, and as destiny would have it, the blessing seemed to work. Santosh was born, the sixth child in a family with five sons, a sister to five brothers. She was born in the small village of Joniawaz of Riveri district in Haryana. Okay, yes. Now this is the childhood, the birth of the great lady Santosh Yadav. Now, where was she born? She was born in Rewari district in Haryana. You know Haryana, okay? Yes, just next to Punjab and Delhi, like this. Okay, yes, she was born in Haryana. Okay, and she was the only girl child. Okay, she has got five brothers. You got it? Okay, now let us talk about the society in which she was born. So in her society, maybe in India also, okay, yes, the birth of a son was regarded as a blessing. Everybody, which is waiting for the birth of a son. And daughter, although they do not consider it a curse, but they generally do not welcome. Okay, yes. So you must be knowing why the girl child is normally not welcome in an Indian family. You got it? Okay, yes. Now, who was waiting, okay, for a boy child? Okay, her mother, Santosh's mother, was expecting what should I say, a son. Okay, so that's why she just, what should I say, met the holy man, and the holy man, he just gave her wishes, isn't it? So wish for a son, but to everyone's surprise, okay, there isn't anybody who normally wants a girl child. So it was the grandmother, the child's grandmother, yes, Santosh's grandmother, who said that she did not want any son because already they have got five sons. Okay, yes. So luckily, as destiny would have it, means so luckily, just like destiny, which is say the grandmother's wish was fulfilled. Okay, yes, Santosh was born. She was a lady, and she was the sixth child in a family. She already has got five brothers, so she was the only sister to the five brothers. Did you understand? Okay, yes. So Santoshi was born in Haryana. Okay, yes. So let us see. Let us try to know more about Santoshi. Okay, yes. The girl was given the name Santosh, which means contentment. But Santosh was not always content with a place in a traditional way of life. She began living on her own terms from the start. Where other girls wore traditional Indian dresses, Santosh preferred shorts. Looking back, she says now, from the very beginning, I was quite determined that if I chose a correct and a rational path, the others around me had to change, not me. You got it? So, Santosh was born. What is the main meaning of the word Santosh? It's a Hindi term. Okay, so Santosh means contentment. You are satisfied. Okay, yes. So you see, but Santosh was not satisfied with her place in a traditional way. So their society, they all follow in a traditional way, but she did not like it. You got it? So she started living her own life in her own terms right from the start, right from her childhood. Okay? Yes. For example, the girls in her society wore traditional dresses. Now, what does Santosh do? Santosh loved wearing shorts. Okay, right from her childhood. You see, she was trying to be different. Okay, and when she looked back, okay, now already she was grown up. Now, when she looked back into her childhood, she said that from the beginning I was quite determined. Okay, yes, she was determined. Yes, if she chose a correct and rational path. Okay, yes, then it was not Santosh who needs to change, but it was the other people around her who needs to change. Why? Because she was determined. If she said it was correct and rational, then there was no need for her to change. So that was the determination. Right from her childhood, you see, Santosh was totally different. She was not that much satisfied with the traditional way. Okay, yes. So it must be a sign, okay, that she would become a different child. Okay, yes. So let us read further. Now, Santosh's parents were affluent landowners, okay, who could afford to send their children to the best school, even to the country's capital, New Delhi, which was quite close by. But in line with the prevailing custom in the family, Santosh had to make do with the local village school. So she decided to fight the system in her own quiet way, when the right moment arrived. And the right moment came when she turned 16. At 16, most of the girls in her village used to get married. Santosh was also under pressure from her parents to do the same. Okay, so you have already seen Santosh in her childhood. You got it? Okay, she was totally different. She was not happy with the traditional way. Okay, yes. Now, as far as the Santosh family background, Santosh's parents are concerned, they were from a very rich family. They were affluent landowners. They've got lots and lots of land and they were affluent and rich. Okay, and they can easily afford to send their children to the best school. Okay, even to the country's capital. What is the capital of country? India, New Delhi, which was quite close by. I already told you, Haryana is not very far from the national capital, Delhi. Okay, yes. Although they can afford to send her to a good school, but in line with the prevailing custom in the family, Santosh had to do with the local village school. But she was sent to a local school, village school. You got it? So, what did she say? She decided to fight the system in her own quiet way when the right moment arrived. Now she was waiting for the right moment to fight the, what should I say, the system. Okay, the system that is prevailing in her society, the system that is prevailing in her, what should I say, own family. Okay, although they have got good money, but they don't pay much attention to the girl children's education. Okay, yes. So she was waiting for that right moment. And the right moment came. When was the right moment? Okay, what was the right moment in her life? It was when she turned into 16. Now, why it was a great moment, right moment? Well, because in Indian society, okay, yes, in our society, normally when the girl reaches age of 16, most of the girls in her village used to get married. Okay, yes, they get married in a very early stage. Okay, yes. But Santosh was under pressure from her parents to do the same. Just like any other village in the girl, Santosh was also given lots and lots of pressure. There was pressure coming from her parents. What pressure? To get married. Why? Because most of the girls in her village, when they reach age 16, they get married. But we all know Santosh was totally different. She won't easily accept. We know that when she is right, it is the other person who has to change. You got it? So it doesn't mean for her that if others marry, and she should marry. She was totally against this. She was totally different. She was determined. Okay, yes. Now let us try to see what Santosh, which is say, does. Okay, yes. A marriage as early as that was the last thing on her mind. She threatened her parents that she would never marry if she did not get a proper education. She left home and got herself enrolled in a school in Delhi. When her parents refused to pay for her education, she politely informed them of her plans to earn money by working part-time to pay her school fees. Her parents then agreed to pay for her education. So you see, we know that Santosh was totally different. Okay, yes. So marriage was the last thing in her mind. There are so many things she wanted to do before marriage. Okay, so the marriage was the last thing for her. Okay, yes. So what did she do? She threatened her parents that she would never marry if she did not get a proper education. Okay, yes. If she did not get a proper education, good education, she threatened her parents that she would never get married. Okay, yes. So what did she do? She left home and got herself enrolled in a school in Delhi. We know that she was very much into the education. So she left her home and she got herself enrolled in a school, and that too in a national capital, Delhi. Okay, yes. So when she got enrolled in a Delhi school, her parents were very angry and she was not listening to the parents. She was not following the system of the family. So her parents refused to pay for her education. The parents did not say they are going to pay but she politely informed them of her plan. What was her plan? Her plan was to earn money. Her plan was to be independent, not to rely on her parents for school education, school fee. Okay, so what was her plan? Her plan was to earn money by working part time. She used by doing some petty work in order to pay for her own school fee. You got it? So she did not want to rely on her parents. She wanted to take care of her own school fee by doing small part-time job. You got it? Okay. You work along with your study. Okay. Yes. So her parents had to accept. So her parents then agreed to pay for her education. So you see, right from her childhood, okay, we see Santosh was totally different. When she says yes, then she was determined. Okay, she was not the person who always used to follow the system. If the system is good, it's well and good. But if the system does not have any logic, then she was she was the girl who does not easily accept. You got it? So for her, education was very important. Marriage was the last thing that came in her mind. Okay, yes. So you see, the finally she was able to convince her parents. The parents agreed to pay for her education, and there was no problem at all. If the parents were poor, okay, if they could not, what should I say, pay, then that's a different case. But as far as the Santosh parents are concerned, we know that they were affluent landowners. Okay, yes, they were rich enough. Okay, yes. So her parents agreed to pay for her education. Okay, yes. Now you just try to reflect, okay, with your own life. Okay, yes. What are the things when you were small? What are the things that are going in your mind? Okay, now let us try to do some kind of reflection. Okay, yes. So up to here, you understood? Now let us read further. Wishing always to study a bit more, and with her father slowly getting used to her urge for more education, Santosh passed the high school examination and went to Jaipur. She joined Maharani College and got a room in Kasturba Hostel. Santosh remembers Kasturba Hostel faced the Aravali Hills. I used to watch villagers from my room going up the hill and suddenly vanishing after a while. One day I decided to check it out myself. I found nobody except a few mountaineers. I asked if I could join them. To my pleasant surprise, they answered in an affirmative and motivated me to take to climbing. Okay, yes. Now let us try to see how there was some change in her own life. Okay, yes, this may be a turning point in her life. We all have so many turning points. Okay, yes, from this point, we try to be a different person. Okay, yes. So, we all know that Santosh was very much into education. Okay, yes. She always wanted to study. Okay, yes. And she always wished to study a bit more. Okay, and what should I say? So Santosh, after passing her high school examination, she went to Jaipur. Okay, yes, and in Jaipur she joined which college? Yes, Maharani College. And not only that, she also got a room in a hostel. What was the name of her hostel? Kasturba. Okay, yes. No, normally it is not easy to get a accommodation in a hostel room. You should be having lots and lots of good academic background. But she got, okay, so her college was Maharani College and her hostel name was Kasturba Hostel. Okay, yes. Now Santosh remembers, okay, yes, what did she remember? She remembers Kasturba Hostel faced the Aravali Hills. So Aravali Hills, it's a chain of mountain. It may be the oldest one. Okay, yes, Aravali. In your social which is subject, you must have done this. Okay, so I used to watch the villages from my room. Now, from her room, she could see the Aravali Hills. Okay, and the villages going up the hill and suddenly vanishing after a while. Now, she used to see this, the villages going up and suddenly disappearing, vanishing. Okay. Now, one day she decided to check it. Okay. And then what did she find? She found nobody except a few mountaineers. There were few mountaineers because obviously we have got Aravali Hills. So there were some mountaineers. And so I asked if I could join them. So she was interested in mountain and she saw this climbing mountain. Okay, now this must be her passion. Okay, now let us see how her passion got, what should I say, bigger. Okay, yes. To my pleasant surprise, they answered in affirmative. So she asked the mountaineers if she could join. So you see, she was not that much big, okay, at which very young. So she asked the mountaineer if she could join them, and the mountaineers, they were very happy, and she was also surprised. She may not be expecting a good response, okay, but to her pleasant surprise, they said that yes, she could join, and then they also motivated her to take to climbing. You see, so in our life, we come across so many people. Okay, some people, they motivate you. Okay, when they see some kind of passion in you, some interest, some skill, then they try to motivate you. And if you take this, okay, and it becomes a turning point in your life. So you see, right, Vuchure, from her college hostel, okay, she used to see the Aravalli Hills and the mountaineers. She was fascinated by these mountaineers. Maybe she wanted to become a mountaineer at that time. Okay, yes. So the mountaineers also, they gave a good response, and they not only that, they also motivated her to take to climbing. You got it? So she got some interest in that. Now let us see. Okay, yes, what happens? Then there was no looking back for this determined young girl. She saved money and enrolled in a course at Uttarkashi's Nehru Institute of Mountaineering. My college semester in Jaipur was to end in April, but it ended on the 19th of May, and I was supposed to be in Uttarkashi on the 21st. So I did not go back home. Instead, I headed straight for the training. I had to write a letter of apology to my father, without whose permission I had got myself enrolled at Uttarkashi. You see, so we know already right from her childhood that she was determined. Okay, now she has already reached her college life, and she was interested in more, which is mountaineering, and also she also got the motivation from the mountaineers. Now we know that once she was determined, there was no looking back. Okay, yes, she was fully determined. So what did she do? She started saving money, and apart from her education, she just got herself enrolled in a course. What kind of course? Mountaineering course in Uttarkashi, Nehru Institute of Mountaineering. So that is the institution. Okay, yes, Nehru Institute of Mountaineering. If you are interested, if you ever come across the Uttarkashi, you can visit that thing. Okay, yes. So she said she remembered my college semester in Jaipur. We know that she was in a Jaipur. Okay, yes. The college semester, we have got so many semesters in 1 year. We have got 4 semesters. Okay, sometimes 2 semesters. So her semester was to end in April. Okay, but it ended on the 19th of May. So you see, there will be normally change in the timing. Okay, her semester got postponed, and I was supposed to be in Uttarkashi on the 21st, which they say. So she was supposed to which report to Uttarkashi Nehru Institute of Mountaineering on 21st. Okay, yes. So you see, there was no time left for her to go to home and spend a holiday, isn't it? So what did do? So I did not go to back home. Okay, so she did not go back home. Instead, what did do? She went straight to the training. Okay, 21st, remember, that was the day she had to report. Okay, now as a good girl child, okay, if you don't inform your parents, the parents will be in a panic. Okay, they will worry. So it's very important for you to, whenever you take any kind of decision, it's important for you to inform your parents. Okay, that's the responsibility of a child. Okay, you should not bring any kind of problem for your parents. So you see, Santosh, she was very good. Okay, she started writing an apology. Okay, she started saying sorry. Why? Because she could not go to home for holiday. Okay, and instead she was going to attend a course. Okay, yes. So she's wrote a letter of apology to her father. Okay, yes. So for her, father was very important because the father takes care of all her education. You got it? Okay. So that was the thing. Now you see, we see some kind of, what should I say, idea what she would become in her future life. Okay. Yes. So you see, she has got some kind of passion towards mountaineering. Okay. Yes. Now today she has already become a great mountaineer. Okay. Yes. Now let us read further. Thereafter, Santosh went on an expedition every year. Her climbing skill matured rapidly. Also, she developed a remarkable resistance to cold and the altitude, equipped with an iron will, physical endurance, and an amazing mental toughness. She proved herself repeatedly. The culmination of her hard work and the sincerity came in 1992, just 4 years after she had shyly asked the Aravalli mountaineers if she could join them. At barely 20 years of her age, Santosh Yadav scaled Mount Everest, becoming the youngest woman in the world to achieve the feat. If her climbing skills, physical fitness, and mental strength impress her seniors, her concern for others and desire to work together with them found her a special place in the heart of fellow climbers. You see, so right from her childhood, we see something different. Okay, yes. So Santosh, okay, she went on expedition every year. So she used to go with the climbers, and they used to climb, okay, Paddy Mountains. Okay, before she started climbing the Mount Everest, her climbing skills matured rapidly. So usually, developing a skill is not easy. You cannot acquire the skill in 1 or 2 days. It needs consistent, which is a practice, and then her skill matured rapidly, and also she developed a remarkable resistance. You have to climb a mountain. It's not everybody's cup of tea. It's difficult. So you need to resist so many things. So her resistance to cold and the altitude. Okay, yes. Sometimes people, when they climb, they get some sickness. Okay, altitude sickness. But she was able to resist all these things. And not only that, equipped with iron will. We know that she had got an iron will, very strong. Physical endurance means patience, and amazing mental toughness. These are the qualities we need. Okay, yes, in order to be a different, you should have a physical endurance, an amazing mental toughness. You should not be easily, which is a breakdown. Okay, yes. So she proved herself repeatedly. All these things she just showed. Okay, she had shown all these things repeatedly. So the highest peak, the culmination of her hard work, the climax or the completion of hard work and the sincerity came in 1992. So that was the climax, the top part of her life. That came in 1992. So let us see what came, what special thing. Just 4 years after she had shyly asked the Aravalli mountaineers. You remember, just 4 years back, she asked these mountaineers whether she could join them. Okay, now after 4 years, just within 4 years gap, she has become a great one. So at barely 20 years of age, remember, at the age of 20 years, Santosh Yadav scaled Mount Everest. Okay, which is she reached the Mount Everest, and she became the youngest woman in the world. You see, the youngest woman at the age of 20 to achieve this feat. It was not an easy climbing a Mount Everest. Okay, yes. Now, if her climbing skill, now she had got physical, which are climbing skill, she was physically fit, and she was mentally strong. All these were impressed by her seniors. There were so many people, mountaineers, they all appreciated her, which is then physical fitness and mental stand, all these things. Okay, and they were very happy with her, and which they say she got a very special place in the heart of all the fellow climbers. So fellow means her mates, okay, people who were climbing. You see, so in 1992, it was a very special moment in her life, and she became the first youngest women to climb the Mount Everest. Okay, and it is not easy. So we need lots and lots of which are qualities. Okay, such like physical endurance and amazing mental toughness. Okay, you should have a strong will because we will come across so many problems. But we know that she was totally determined. Once she is determined to do something, she will never move back. You got it? Okay, now these are some of the things that we have to learn and try to put this in our own life so that if we may not become, which is Santosh Yadav, we may become something different. Okay, yes. Now these are the things that we need to learn. We need to take away from her life. Okay, yes. So let us move further. During the 1992 Everest mission, Santosh Yadav provided special care to a climber who lay dying at the South Col. She was unfortunately unsuccessful in saving him. However, she managed to save another climber, Mohan Singh, who would have met with the same fate had she not shared her oxygen with him. So you see, which in 1992 Mount Everest mission. Okay, yes, Santosh, that lady, she provided special care to the climbers. Okay, yes, there were some climbers who lay dying in the South Col. Okay, so that's a part of a mountain. Okay, yes, she was unfortunately unsuccessful. She was not able to save that particular mountaineer, but she managed to save another climber. What was the name of that climber? Mohan Singh. Okay, she was able to save that Mohan Singh. How? By sharing oxygen. So you see, climbing a Mount Everest, you need so many which are things. Okay, the most important thing is oxygen because you will not be getting the oxygen you need. Okay, so you need to carry oxygen cylinder. So what did she do? She shared her own oxygen with Mohan Singh, and she was able to save. Okay, if she was not able to share that oxygen, then the Mohan Singh would have got the same fate like the other climber who had died. You see, so that lady was totally different. Okay, yes. So she had already made a remarkable, what should I say, thing in her life. Okay, yes. So let us read further. Within 12 months, Santosh found herself a member of an Indo-Nepalese women's expedition that invited her to join them. She then scaled the Everest a second time, thus setting a record as the only woman to have scaled the Mount Everest twice and securing for herself and India a unique place in the annals of mountaineering. In recognition of her achievements, the Indian government bestowed upon her one of the nation's top honors, the Padma Shri Award. You know? Okay, yes. So within 12 months, okay, Santosh found herself, now she became a member of the Indo-Nepalese Women's Expedition. Okay, yes. So they used to climb the Mount Everest and they invited her to join in one of their expedition. Okay, yes. And then she joined and it was her second time. So she scaled the Mount Everest. She reached Mount Everest for the second time. Now this time she set a record. Okay, she set a record as the only woman to have scaled the Mount Everest twice. You got it two times, not one, twice. Okay, so people like us, it's not that much easy to climb a Mount Everest. You got it. So she scaled the Mount Everest twice. And because of that, she secured for herself and India a unique place in the annals of the mountaineering. So in the annal records, okay. So in the mountaineering record, she set a special place, and it's a great proud moment for herself, not only herself, for India also. You got it. So because of her achievement, because of which is making India a proud, okay, in recognition of her achievement, the Indian government gave, okay, yes, bestowment gave upon her one of the nation top honor. So we have got different awards in India. Okay, some awards for the civilian for their which is a special performance. So we call it Padma Shri. Okay, yes, Padma Bhushan, so many things. Okay, Bharat Ratna, one of the highest award. So she got Padma Shri award. You got it? So it's not an as small award, it's a big. It is top honor given for civilian, the common people for their extraordinary achievement. So Santosh Yadav got Padma Shri award. You got it? Okay, yes. She set a world record. Okay, she was the only woman who have scaled Mount Everest not one but twice. Okay, yes. So it would be a very proud moment for India also. Okay, yes. Her names were written in the annals of the mountaineering. Okay, yes. So these are the things. Now let us see. Describe her feeling. She was literally on top of the world. Santosh said. It took some time for the enormity of the moment to sink in. Then I unfurled the Indian tricolour and held it aloft on the roof of the boat. The feeling is indescribable. The Indian flag was flying on top of the world. It was truly a spiritual moment. I felt proud as an Indian. Also, a fervent environmentalist, Santosh collected and brought down 500 kilograms of garbage from the Himalayas. You see, so when that news was shared to Santosh and she was asked to describe her feeling, okay, and she described her feeling and she said that she was literally on top of the world, okay, yes, she was already on the top of the world, but her feeling was on top of the world. She was very happy. You will also feel, anybody will be happy to hear such kind of good news, okay. She also got the highest civilian awards. Santosh said, it took some time for the enormity of the moment to sink. So she was having a very good time. So that feeling, it took lot time for this enormity to come down. Okay, yes. So enormity to sink in, come down. Okay. Then I unfurled the Indian tricolour. You see, what did she do? She just unfolded. Okay, yes. The Indian tricolour means the Indian national flag, and held it top on the roof of the world. Okay, she unfolded the tricolour Indian flag on the top of the mountain, on top of the Mount Everest. And we can see the feeling is indescribable. That is the thing that you can do for your country. Okay, that will be one of the which is the best moment in your life, that you were able to hoist, okay, your national flag on top of the Mount Everest. Okay, the Indian flag was flying on top of the wall. It was truly a spiritual moment. I felt proud as an Indian. Okay, yes, anybody can feel proud. Okay, yes. So that is about the Santosh Yadav. She was able to, what should you say, unfurl the national flag. Okay, yes. Also, a fervent environmentalist, Santosh recollected, okay, collected and brought down. She was not just a mountaineer, but she was very concerned about the environment. So what did she do? When she was coming down from the Mount Everest, she collected how many? 500 kilograms of garbage from the Himalayas. You see, who would do this unless you have got some kind of concern for your environment? Okay, so when she was coming down, she collected 500 kilograms of garbage from the Himalayas. Okay, yes, so that is a story of this great lady Santosh Yadav. I'm sure there are so many things you can learn from her life. Okay, so that is Santosh Yadav. And next time we are going to talk about another important lady, Maria Sharapova. Okay, yes, so that is the thing. Thank you.